Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we're back with another Total War Warhammer video. Today we'll be continuing with our mod highlight series, where once again Chaos Robbie surprises the Total War Warhammer community. May I present to you the Lothern Skycutter, an incredibly popular model from the Warhammer Fantasy tabletop, and many have been requesting for it to be released for a long time now in Total War Warhammer. So what is the Lothern Skycutter? Well, simply put, it is probably one of the best hybrid units ever to exist in the Warhammer Fantasy Battles universe. A flying chariot pulled by a great eagle, which also has a bolt thrower and a number of archers upon it. As you can imagine, a flying chariot is already versatile as it is, but pairing it with elven archery and also with some basic artillery makes it an incredibly versatile multi-purpose unit. They were rather popular in my local tabletop scene due to the fact that you could use them as extremely efficient war machine hunters, after which you could use them to also add to your flank bonus or rear bonus for chargers. And they're still popular to this day on the tabletop. However, they've long since been discontinued on the tabletop, so finding one right now isn't really cheap at all. Believe me, I have tried, and it was not cheap whatsoever. Now, before we move on, can we just admire how great this model looks? It's absolutely phenomenal. Chaos Robbie once again knocks it out of the park and brings a much beloved mini into Total War Warhammer. But let's not waste any more time and jump right in. As expected, you can use the Skycutter in both custom battles and in your High Elf campaigns. You unlock this unit through your Elven Forge tree, and it also requires a High Elven Grove, meaning that to get access to this unit you will require the following: a level 4 settlement and 2 free building slots. This is understandably a mid to late game unit, and it's fairly powerful enough if you use it correctly. So what can you expect in terms of stats from this unit? Well, it's got the armored special rule, armor piercing missiles, it can fire whilst moving, and also has fear. Its range is 165, identical to that of the Lothern Sea Guard, which makes sense as the archers mounted upon the chariot are Lothern Sea Guard themselves. Its rather incredible 110 speed makes sure that you'll be able to move around and dart across the battlefield without a problem. It has a fairly decent charge bonus, but don't be fooled by that and its weapon strength, as its melee capabilities are that of the Giant Eagle, so if you're used to using Giant Eagles in combat already, then you'll already know that they're not really that good. Use this unit, as stated before, to take out enemy war machines and then charge the enemy through the side if you have to, but take full advantage of its range capabilities. In terms of how strong it gets as it acquires more chevrons, not a lot of bonuses are really applied, but that being said, you don't really need to apply that much. It's already fairly good in battle, as we'll show off later in this video, but please be advised that on campaign it can get even stronger. As Chaos Robbie confirms in the mod page, the unit benefits from skills, technologies and buildings. Now don't expect rapid fire shots, as you can see on screen right now. I've got an army of 10 Lothern Sea Cutters against my usual testing mobs of a random full army of zombies. The damage output was fairly good, but still a little slow. Bear in mind that yes, you do have a lot of ammunition, but you only have a certain amount of archers and 1 bolt thrower on each unit, so it's not like you're going to be deleting whole units fairly quickly. 1 or 2 of these Lothern Skycutters in an army should be perfectly fine, but don't think about getting more per army, as they don't really have that fast of a damage output. Naturally, this also means that you won't be fielding full armies of this unit. By all means you can, but the battles will be incredibly slow. Trust me, I tested this and it took a long time. In terms of unit speed, going in a direct straight line, as it will slow down dramatically if it needs to turn very quickly, the Skycutter itself, as explained before, is incredibly quick. The most important thing about this unit is the fact that you can pair its versatility with its incredible speed. It will fill a large amount of different roles on the battlefield for you. Also, as stated before, when in melee it fights like a great eagle. Sure, that's not much of a problem when fighting stuff like zombies, which are on screen right now, but bear in mind that since this is a flying creature, if you're trying to pull it away from a combat scenario, it could take a while, and obviously you have to take into account that once it's in melee and you're trying to pull it out, there is a very slight chance that it could be caught in combat. So taking it out of a melee engagement might prove difficult, and if it's caught against something which is particularly good at taking down enemy large targets, you might lose the unit fairly quickly. One important thing to note, which I don't believe shows very well off on the video, is that the archers on top of the chariot will continue to fire while still engaged in melee combat. This means that you'll have two forms of damage output from a singular unit. I don't believe that the bolt thrower itself fires directly into combat, but the archers have been able to do so, and I've been noticing that myself. It obviously isn't a lot of extra damage, as you have a small amount of archers mounted upon the chariot, but every little bit extra does indeed help. Now, what you're seeing on screen right now is a Lothern Skycutter with completely spent ammo. This took around 30 minutes on triple speed. Yeah, that took a long time to get rid of every little bit of ammunition. However, the results show for it. 1,229 kills. None of that was done in melee whatsoever. Whereas my only real issue with this mod is that expenditure of ammunition took a tad too long. The Skycutter itself is multi-purpose, yes, but you're not really going to have it in melee combat too often unless you're using it to snipe out war machines or to attack enemies which are already fairly damaged. So maybe a bit of a faster rate of fire would drastically help out the Lothern Skycutter. But its fairly low armor will mean that it will get sliced up fairly quickly in melee combat. Either that or give it a basic boost in terms of armor value, so you would at least be more willing to have it in melee engagements. All in all, the mod itself is fantastic, and I've been waiting to see a Skycutter in the Total War Warhammer series for a long time. ChaosRobie once again did an amazing job, and I hope he'll expand upon this mod in the future, maybe with the implementation of a custom sea helm which then could use this as a mount. Or, just for the sake of it, make it a mount option for the Noble or the Prince, as Skycutters used to be a mount option in the Warhammer Fantasy tabletop for Lothern Sea Helms, a basic hero character which I doubt we'll ever see in the Total War Warhammer universe unless they actually add in the Lothern Navy. As always, if you're interested in trying out this mod, you can find a direct link in the description below, and if you know of any other mods that may be of interest to cover on the channel, you can leave a recommendation either in the comments below or join us on the official Great Book of Grudges Discord, where it's easier to get in contact with me. I honestly can't wait to see what ChaosRobie has next planned out. He is one of my favourite modders for obvious reasons. I'm sure it'll be awesome nonetheless. But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description section below are various links to different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. Also in the description section is an affiliate link with Element Games where you could buy loads of hobby-based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Making a purchase using that link and also our special code, which is also in the description, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. It's amazing that people want to help a small channel like us grow and get to a higher level of content. A big thank you to Gibraltar LUSC, Ryan Bertsche, Andrew Prince, and Okro for subscribing to us at our Fane level. You guys are super cool. And a big thank you to Edward Yule, VSVasan, Aaron Whitman, and Shaggy for subscribing to us at our King level. Honestly, we can't thank you all enough. And lastly, a big thank you to all of you for liking, sharing, and commenting on these videos. Honestly, it's because of you guys that the channel's been growing at such a great pace lately, so we can't thank you all enough. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching once again, and we shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.